a special program in living color on NBC.
So I found an inline fuel pump, that one there, but it doesn't generate enough suction to be able to use all that fuel line, which is what's needed in order to pump out all the water from here. So we're just going to be bailing it out, old school style. Yay! There's a little hole right there, and it'll start draining out. So another day in the life. So I eventually dumped enough water into the cockpit that it raised the tongue up off the ground. Started to get some of the water leaking back in through these door ports. So what I did was I simply took off that long hose that I think was just way too long for the little pump, and submerged the pump, and now we're finally getting some water moving through it. Although I'm sure it's probably picking up some nasty junk that's causing it to clog up, so gonna have to take it out in a minute. Well, it's getting a little dark. This thing is still chugging away. Bit by bit. I ended up just taking the receiving end of the hose off, didn't really need it, including the filter, and then I stuck a piece of screen on the end of the pump in order to act as a better filtration device so that none of this styrofoam and stuff gets in there. We've moved approximately an inch in an hour. Slow going. Very slow going. Good news is there's hardly any left in the cabin, so whenever we get around to getting the rest out, I have a better idea of how to do it. And there's a lot less to handle, so I'm gonna start the car. So I was sitting in the car for about 10 minutes. I'm guessing at some point the fuel pump decided it didn't want to work anymore. No surprise, because I didn't have a filter on it, but that's all right. It's a cheap $20 filter anyway. I placed a stick down a little drain hole in the cockpit right there, and put my weight on the bow and managed to get the boat level again. I left the stick there, because it stayed there. And that way I can reuse it in case some of the debris gets plugged up in the hole. When I righted the ship, the cockpit started peeing all that nasty water out. So finally making some progress on getting this thing desaturated. To my dismay, though, I was sitting in here shoveling out some of the water, and my foot went right through a piece of plywood that's set on the side here. So that's I'm gonna have to figure out how to patch that up. That's gonna be fun. But oh well. That's why they call it a project, I guess. Can't wait to get tires on this thing tomorrow. Someone please educate me in how to quickly and efficiently drain water from the cabin of your sailboat. I don't have a sump pump. Can't afford one right now. This happened over the last 20 years of sitting on a trailer on a telephone service road the backside of a mountain, up the hill from a creek in the Missouri Ozarks. Tell me that there's some kind of plug somewhere that can make this so much easier. Thanks in advance.
This is WXYZ TV with studios and transmitter at Broadcast House, Southfield, Michigan. Channel 7 is owned and operated by the American Broadcasting Company. We operate with 316 kilowatts visual, 31.6 kilowatts oral power, as authorized by the Federal Communications Commission. For 34 years, Channel 7 has proudly presented news, top entertainment shows, useful information, and discussions of issues important in the lives of the nearly 5 million viewers in metropolitan Detroit. We hope we've made your day a little brighter. And we invite you now to tune to WXYZ News Talk Radio 1270 on your AM dial for news and information, or to WRIF 101 on your FM dial for music throughout the night. And we'll see you again at 6 o'clock this morning. Till then, we bid you a very pleasant good night and good morning.